That's right, that's right. Wow, did I have to go through it? Yes, the egg is back. I guess the egg will be one of my sidekicks. The egg, well, Lillian. Lillian is the co host. The egg, my little non bobblehead. I just love having the egg around. It gives me a lot of peace. All we need is our children. Yes. Say a word, I will sing a song. Almost. Almost. Not every word. I take that back. My brother, on the other hand, you say a word, he'll go, I was in a band called Eggs Bring Me Peace. Because he's quick like that. Good morning. My name is Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna right here every day at 11:11 a.m. and every night at 11:11 p.m. Eastern Time, no matter where I am. If I'm in New York, it's 11:11. If I'm in Chicago, it's 11:11. If I'm in Omaha, yeah, I love Omaha. Nebraska's the bomb. If I'm in California, if I'm on Maui, Maui's going to be tough. Maui will be easy in the evening, tough in the morning. Well, because it's not evening, it's late afternoon. But I'm here, and if you're here, thank you very much. And if we are here together, that's even cooler. If you're not here and you're watching the show on Facebook later on, all good. If you're watching it on YouTube, then you might be watching January of 2021. I'm trying to get somewhere fast here, and it's not letting me do what I need. There it is. There it is. William D. Lindemann. Good morning, sir. I saw someone today walking at the market, and I thought, is that William? Is he buying salad provisions? But it wasn't you. Oh, well. So, the egg means a new life and future. Yeah, especially one that changes colors like this. If it gets into the shadow, then you can see. Oh, it's turning green. I have mood earrings. Yeah. I have my tea. I have my smoothie. Today's smoothie, really groovy. Avocado, zucchini, chia, cocoa nibs, curry powder, cinnamon, black pepper, oat milk, blackberries, blueberries, banana, the ultimate food powder, and something else really cool. I don't know, should we taste it together? Mm-hmm. Tastes like a cookie. Tastes like one of those Italian chocolate pepper cookies. I know why. Because I put some mud water in it. Rob Morocco. Yeah. Little bit of mud water. It's a good one. Chin chin. I had to prepare. I have to have at least another sip of tea. He's like, yeah. Have your sip of tea, Jenna. Drink your mud water. Get me on the show quick. Ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Metzger. What's up? Hi, Mama Grace. We were outside. Are you in Idlewild? Oh, Dave Love would like that.
I'm here.
You're there.
Wait.
I'm
here.
In here. What's happening?
Nothing much.
Are you home?
I'm home. I'm
Wow.
home.
Springsteen Broadway man.
Yep, the highlight of the week.
Quite epic, I understand.
He indeed is.
So tell us
Hmm.
about that show.
What do you want to know?
Is it just him on stage?
It is just him on stage. Well, and actually, his wife comes out and sings two songs. So he and Patty do a duet, which was changed a lot from the first run in the few years ago. They now do I guess, spoiler alert for anybody who's going to one of the last six shows between now and next Saturday, but they do kind of well, it's a one-man show, essentially biographical. It's kind of an autobiography with song. He
Where
tells
does
the
he
stories of
start
his
out?
life. Huh?
Where does he start out?
Young. He tells, this is really working his way through his ongoing angst with his father, and that whole story that he's basically told his whole life on stage, and still is working it. But and then his mother, who is at the really end stages of Alzheimer's, and he talks about that. That's a pretty quiet and tough moment that he does, and he intermixes it with songs. And but it's really become more of a show, I think, than when he first did it in 2017, 2018. He's a Broadway actor now. So
Right.
instead of just standing up there and just
He's working
talking and
with
telling,
people. He has
well,
people directing him, but at the same time, he's
but I mean, he's
like
really
this.
his shtick, for lack of a better term. I mean, he doesn't just stand up there and tell stories and play songs. Now, I mean, it's really, he's become way more emotive, like you'd expect from a Broadway actor. I mean, it really is. It's a show with a script. I mean, he might wander off a little bit of it, but not very much. So, the jokes. It's just the difference between a stage actor and a film actor. He's just it's everything. The lines are held longer. His expressions are more are bigger and held longer. And the jokes,
He knows how to wait
more,
for it.
yeah. So it's just really so it's become more of really a one man show
Right.
as a way different than a concert.
I have to do one thing really quick. That was for Dave Love. Dave Love says, "Go Hawks, Hawks."
Go Hawks! 2 weeks we start. Although there's a game tonight for last preseason game, but
So would you, because you're so into him, would you want to see it like every night for a week to see
no.
how it would
Oh
change?
no! I saw some friends that have seen it a lot. We were
No.
walking away and said, I wouldn't want to see this again tomorrow night. It's no. I mean, some people would.
I wonder
I
if how
mean,
much it changes though.
oh no, now it's not changing much at all. The question we became was, what was the change from? Well, I saw it the first month it was open in 2017, and it evolved for the year plus that he did it then, which I never saw. And I actually only watched a little bit of Netflix, but and in fact, somebody said they filmed last night too, for I don't know what purpose, but so it. Yeah, I mean the real. I mean, some people who want to chronicle every single
There are those
change.
people. I have
Yeah.
people
So
that come to my shows. I'm like, why are you here again right now?
yeah. Well, so one of my friends, so we had a big gathering on Tuesday of
I
there,
saw that.
yeah, people I hadn't seen for years, obviously, because there's been no tour. And a couple of them have gone multiple times. So we were talking about, that they can compare night to night, and of
Do
course,
they
like
need
any
to
other
go back?
show, huh?
Do they need to
What?
go back? Yes,
They
Lillian
like
in the sunroom.
but we were discussing some of the little subtle changes that would occur from night to night.
I don't have a sunroom. She's just in a little area that's sunny. I called it the sunroom.
Oh,
My mom asked if Lillian was with me, and I said, yeah, she's in the sunroom, but I don't have a sunroom. I just have a room that has sun in it right now because
that's a sunroom.
it's facing east. It's the sunroom. Ooh, it's orange now. No, it's red now. It's red. It's red. It's red. So you guys can't get the full effect of how the depth of the light, how saturated the color is. This is something I've owned for many years, and I just found it in a box. Oh, I have something for display and share, but that was last night. Damn, I have to wait till next week. So you discovered some new restaurants.
Discovered some new restaurants. Yes. Yes. The when I was playing at music events, then we were just, jamming whatever food we could eat. But the other nights, who's laughing? What are you laughing at now?
Go ahead. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Why?
Well,
I can't see that.
I'm just going backwards, of your week. I know that you went to some new restaurants with your son. He's so cute, by the way, and he looks just like you.
He takes after his mother.
I see you in him, and then I see Lisa. I went to Lisa's page. I'm like, Lisa, Jeff. No, definitely, he's a great mix of the two of you. Your best quality.
He'll love to hear it. He just loves to have his parents flattered.
No. Can't wait to meet him.
He actually met us. He met the whole crew before the Bruce show. He's the one who took that picture of the group, and he came and had drinks with us before. And so he was, and as he was leaving, we're going to the show. We're all giddy and all things. Okay, kids, Dad's leaving now.
Right. Home by midnight.
Right. So we all got to see him. Most of whom have met him, over the years. So he was little. And
so, what restaurants did you go to? Oh, it's a really good one, William.
So for those going to New York, mark these two down. There's one that Chris actually, Kevin's husband, works at. Sala Rosa or Sala Rossi. Sala
It's in the Upper West Side.
Yeah, it's on. Wait a minute. I walk up Broadway and Amsterdam together so much I lose track of which ones. It's not in Columbus.
Broadway is wider. Amsterdam.
I don't remember. It's either Amsterdam. It's in the 70s, and it's either they'll be mad at me. It's either Amsterdam or Broadway. Very good. Italian.
Totally different streets, Amsterdam and Broadway.
They run parallel, right there, up there. But I mean, they're one block away from each other, so it's either on one or the other. I don't remember which one. Look it up, somebody, and post the thing.
What did you have there?
We had a whole bunch of stuff. God, we had an white anchovy salad that was delicious, an eggplant tapenade. We had actually cacio e pepe risotto, which was delicious. We had a pasta amatriciana, the spicy one with the chopped up guanciale. We had a little sausage. There might have been one other thing. I think there might have been one other appetizer. All delicious. Chris served us, wine with each course.
Nice.
So then the next night we went to a place called Tasca, Tasca, Spanish, on Columbus. Yes, that was on Columbus in the 80s. And it's kind of in their neighborhood. And they'd been there a couple of times. It was new. My goodness, is it a new restaurant that they just started this year in the middle of the pandemic? I mean, they've gone all out, big place, lots of construction, beautiful. And boy, the food was friggin' delicious. And that's my recommendation for Tasca, Tasca. All the Spanish stuff, from all the octopus and stuff.
I'd be like, yes, please, yeah.
Flavors were just
invite more friends. Be here at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Here at 6. I'm here till 10. That'd be fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
We should have an 11:11 there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. And you went to museums.
Briefly went to MoMA, but Kevin and I on the rainy day of Sunday we went to the Natural History Museum.
Ooh! I saw that photo of him. That's a great photo of him
with the animals.
Yeah.
We went and saw the animals from Africa. Then we went and did the exhibit about the Big Bang. I didn't realize. I guess I knew the Big Bang was a long time ago, but they basically, 13 billion years ago. You just it is. You wander through billion years ago.
Yeah, who knew that? Happy birthday,
I,
Yolanda Adams.
and so they take you through this exhibit, 13 billion years. Here's what happened 12 billion years ago, 11 billion years ago. And it's just a mind-boggling exhibit to realize the speck that we are the speck in the universe, the tiny, teeniest of specks that we are, just not even,
and then take it
can't
from
even.
there.
When you start talking about 13 billion years, this universe existed since then.
We're so arrogant.
That's true.
Stupid.
That is true. So, anyway, that was a great exhibit. What else do we see? There was a nice little thing about Theodore Roosevelt there, because his father donated the money to start the museum or something. So that was a little small thing you'd walk around in. And then there was I don't know what else we saw. We saw the ocean animals. And then time to leave. So it was cool. Huh?
Did you see the elephants?
Yeah, that's right. The elephants are right there in the middle of the room. You could look up and see you've seen those.
I go and pray with the elephants. I literally sit there and I am one with the elephants. And I've been there with 2 veterinarians, and they sit there and they were like, and you could see where the taxidermy did what they did, and they'd say, now look at the elephant's skin on this one, the way the skin is going this way, their skin is different, so it can flush off water and dust and stuff. I'm a big girl about elephants. I love the elephants. I spent an afternoon there one day folding origami to be a part of this huge tree that was made probably 10 years ago. It was a rainy day. So speaking of rain, what else did you do while you were in New York City? Last time we saw you, you were jumping on a subway. You were in Queens.
That's right. Then the Central Park show, the chaos of the Central Park show. You and one other were feeding us the up to the minute info from backstage.
Well, it was so funny because my friends backstage going, okay, tell your friends if they really, let me see if I can get them back here. I can't get all 3 of them, but I can probably get one of them back here. If you really want, hold on, the Killers are playing. I was watching the Killers on my phone and watching CNN at the same time.
Sure. We would have loved to get back there. That would have been fun.
CNN was like way behind me. I could have been reporting on CNN 20 minutes before they were. Don Lemon's dancing to the Killers. I'm seeing this on my phone, and then 20 minutes later, they're like, oh, Don, we're going to go backstage now. You're watching the Killers. I'm like, yeah, I saw that on my phone. But it looked like a really fun experience.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was really an adventure, and disappointing, of course, not to see the people we really came to see, but the whole adventure and the experience of, and the anticipation that they were going to come back on, and thinking that we were going to see this epic thing almost, in a 200 people, because that's about all. It was crazy is that we actually went back and braved the rain for an hour.
Right.
It was friggin' pouring, but and it was with friends, and it was fun. It was fun.
And what kind of food did you run to? How close were you? Because you said if we need to go back, let us know if we can go back. But
it was I don't know, from the restaurant to the actual venue in the park. I don't know, it was 10 to 15 minute walk. It wasn't far. It was close. We just walked outside the park, stayed up in the 80s. Found a restaurant, because that was Kevin's neighborhood. So I knew what we were doing. And then so we ordered all together. We didn't prolong the dinners just in case they were calling back. We could finish dinner and then still get over there.
And was the whole restaurant full of people from Central Park? Was it a rain soak?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that particular restaurant. Some people next to us had been there, and we were telling them what we were hearing, but I don't think it was. I think most people that left were soaked and wanted to get home.
They left.
So left the area. So there was a few. Yeah.
Well, it was really fun to watch.
You were getting I should say you were getting quite a kick out of the whole thing, sitting there directing interference, telling us what the hell was going on. One of my friends was texting with Elvis Costello's tour manager backstage. So we were getting it from two people, from you and from her trying to figure out what to do next.
I was in a room. My friend was in a room. I was on the phone with Clive Davis, and Clive was on the phone talking to the governor, the mayor. Who was he on the phone with?
You were overhearing this?
Yeah, and he's going, "I can make the rain stop. I can make the rain stop."
He
Oh
was
yeah,
really saying that, and you were hearing this?
yeah. I heard him talking, and his son's going, "Dad, Dad, da 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 da." He's like, he was sitting there going, "Oh, if you were back here right now." Oh my! He wasn't able to film that. He was in the room, and he really wanted it to go on.
Who was he connected with? That was back
He's
there.
one of the main producers of the event, like not main, but like part of summer stage people that were backstage. And but my thought, oh good, Gina Melita, everybody, Chef Gina, she's in. Elliot and her son evacuated to Pensacola. They're staying with Kelly, and a couple other people are heading down. Hurricane,
Evacuating from where?
New Orleans. It's been
What's the latest?
Category 4.
It's going to hit New Orleans. I mean, they're still saying it's going to take a hit there. Yeah, I got to start paying attention.
As of this moment, anyway. Who knows? It's some people I know are staying, and I'm glad to hear some people are leaving, because as nice as it is to stay there and be in your home, if it hits, I don't know. It's just hard to
as I heard somebody say yesterday, the two terms you never thought you'd again want to hear in the same sentence were hurricane and New Orleans.
Well, and it's the anniversary.
That's right.
Of Katrina.
The 30 was like the 30th. Yeah.
No, it's not the 30th. It's the
Lisa's birthday's the 31st. I'm pretty sure it was the day before her birthday that they hit.
No, I thought you meant year.
No, 30th of August. It was 2005.
28th.
Hit the 28th? Did it hit that early? Was it 28th?
I'm pretty sure. What did I post yesterday?
We were in New York.
It was supposed to land tomorrow.
We were in New York when I remember.
Gina just said, left at 4 a.m., no traffic. According to my friend who drives Lyft, by 5 o'clock, it was a shit show. Wow. So by 4 a.m. this morning, it was a shit show.
So today everybody's evacuating.
I'm going to message her really quick. Wow. So yeah, so she left at 4 and by 5. Yeah. But my friend Arturo's staying. So then you left, when did you get back? Thursday?
Wednesday.
Now what? Now the wedding happens. Now it's up from this point on, wedding stuff on.
No, I'm not doing anything about the weddings in November. I'm not doing anything with that. Okay. We do our Laguna thing. So not next week. Yeah, starting 2 weeks, I'll be doing reporting from Laguna, like we did last year.
Come up to Berkeley and see the Charmers.
When are you going to play there?
September 11th.
So you come back to California for how long? I mean, no, you're just coming back for a while. You're not. It's not like you're going right back.
I have a gig. I have my last gig. I was going to be in New Orleans in October.
I know.
So I guess we don't want to talk about this. Someone just messaged me about this mask thing anyway.
I saw your picture.
Can you believe that?
Well, so you know what the lesson is there.
What's the
lesson? I saw this. You said this on a walk last night. And you know what the lesson to this thing is? Stop walking.
Oh man, if I stopped. I have a neighbor friend. He walks 11 miles a day.
That's a lot. That's a lot of steps.
Yeah. I'm walking for, well, I know why. Last year, today, Siri or whatever the health person said that I'm walking. Last week, you were taking more steps a day than you were a year ago.
So did you left the sign up? Obviously.
I would never take somebody's son.
Yeah, I was saying that.
I know someone that did that during an election.
That's stupid. You
They,
get,
t- they took
they'll make an
out
example of you. Yeah, then you're just an idiot. They
They
make an
took them down
example
and
of
they
you.
left them in their backyard, and so someone figured out who it was, and they were quite a prominent person in the town.
Smart.
I don't do shit like that, but I was really. I'll put it like this: I've met the people that live there, and I'm shocked that they would have that up in their yard, based on my assumptions about when I met them firsthand. I mean, first
Hmm.
impression, I wouldn't think they would be someone that would put that up. How's that? Did I say it?
Yeah, hey, that's probably stop right there.
Yep.
Unless you want to out them completely. Sure, tell us who they are and what
We'll
their
walk over to their
address
house.
is, their email. We'd love to talk to them.
That reminds me of when I can't think of his name when he caught the ball at the Cubs game. You know, he had to move.
Oh, Bartman, Bartman,
He had to
Bartman,
move
Bartman.
to
Oh
Chicago.
yeah, that was not a good time.
That was terrible. I was outside the stadium when that happened. I didn't see it, but my friend Joe Velez and he's like, "You want to go down and watch the Cubs game from outside?" And we were outside. Oh my gosh, I thought there was going to be a riot outside.
Oh,
And that was, decades plus ago.
I
Now
think it
they're
was 2003, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's 18 years. I think it was, yeah.
crazy, crazy, crazy. So what's on the agenda for today? Did you cook last night?
I did.
Tell us what you did.
I was supposed to get some New Zealand fish that we hadn't had yet before. Iramasa or something. I have to look up the name. We got a side of it. So then we chopped it up into steaks and pan sauteed them and made risotto from using the broth that I get from Il Barone. So it was very good last night. Yeah, I did the fish on top of the risotto with onions and orange bell pepper.
Ooh,
Very good. That
very
was
nice.
one of my better efforts.
And then do you usually make enough for leftovers or is
Oh
it
shit! So we have house guests this weekend
oh
from
no. So
yeah,
they ate
we've
did they eat more than they should have?
oh no, but we have one of Lisa's nephews here and his girlfriend, so they're with us for the weekend. So in anticipation, they got here Thursday. In anticipation, we should see the amount of food that we still have in the. So we made from the Italian restaurant. We brought in on raviolis on Thursday night and eggplant, and I made some baked chicken, and heated up everything else. And then Allie and Joey were here, so we went through it. But I made a ton. So tonight, and then last night I made the fish. So tonight it's leftovers, so we could probably still feed the neighborhood.
Good.
so,
Have fun.
so we have Italian fish, and we have this fish, and we have eggplant, and we have leftover of everything. So we're going to Sawdust Festival today in Laguna and
Sawdust.
watch. There's two art festivals in Laguna Beach. One of them they end next week. And so we're going to see our little hippie hillbilly band that we see every year, which I may,
Good for them.
if one member of our family is called up to assist, I may turn it on live so everybody can.
What tell us about that?
Well, they don't work coming. And Lisa's birthday is Tuesday, so it seems like this is around the close of Sawdust Festival every year. This band plays. We've known him for years, and for like a little birthday present for Lisa over the years, they call her up and play washboard with them. So
Oh, how cool.
it's fun.
Oh, you
Yeah. So
better go live. I'll share it.
I'll go live with if Lisa is. Yeah.
If she's feeling it
So
tomorrow night, Poetry Glam is still happening.
okay, I'll
I
tell her.
loved it when she was on. How's our little girlfriend?
Sleeping. I think sleeping. Everybody's still sleeping inside. That's why I'm outside because
Are you
they're
on?
all.
Are you a little bit on East Coast time right now? Or are you getting up?
No, I never change much. What I basically do is I kind of act the same. I eat late. I probably go to bed at between 1 and 2 there, or because that's 10,
You
11.
were up during 11:11. You said you were tired during 11:11.
I
Come on.
watched the whole. No, I watched, well, when I was home, I watched that whole thing with you and Gary last week. I walked in and right when you were starting, when I was soaked. So I had to peel off all my clothes. So my computer, phone, or whatever I was watching on in the bathroom while I'm peeling off all these
Did you have to
soaked
buy new
clothes.
shoes?
No, interesting. I have some very good walking shoes. I got up the next morning, and I started turning the hair blower from the room and just stuffed it inside this thing. I was shocked how quickly
Oh, you just put it right
these
inside.
shows inside and just blew it. I check it every few minutes to make sure nothing was blowing up in there. And I switched shoes, and you could be surprised how quickly these things. And they were. I mean, I thought I was going to have to toss them. I had only had one other pair of shoes with me, and it was still raining, and they would have ruined the other shoes. And I couldn't believe how good it did, and so I was able to use them.
They really should have canceled it. They knew.
Oh shit, yeah. They should have never. Well, they probably shouldn't have even gone on with the show.
Not at all.
There's enough going on in the city that really hasn't returned, and the speeches were a little disingenuous in that kind of respect. Just just between Clive and De Blasio, and there was something cheesy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but it was fun. It was fun to see that.
Thursday, they should have said, you know what? Ixnay on the concert day. Yeah.
But it's like in Dead and Company, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of money's been spent. A lot of there's just a lot of arrangements been made.
I spent a bunch of money to make sure no one happened. I'm not
actually it was pretty. I mean, it was pretty safe. I mean, you're outdoors. It was outdoors rain. It was all. I mean, things were being, especially when it rained. That shit, that everything's blown away or whatever it is. It was raining so hard. I don't think even the virus could have penetrated that wall of rain. Oh, was I soaked by the time we got home?
And did you get one of the poncho, would that have made any difference at all?
I had a poncho on.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it made a big difference because it was a poncho. Michael had a umbrella. That's all he had.
Yeah.
And I had the poncho, and so, but I got a little when we were sitting. I got a little bit of his umbrella, but when you just sat out there for a straight, when we came back after dinner, I actually had two ponchos. So I wore one, and then I threw it away when we went to dinner, and then I had another one, a new one I could put on after dinner. So so I wasn't that wet before we went back out. But then you stand under the largest rain ever recorded in 1 hour in Central Park. You sit under that for a straight hour. That poncho, it finally has just kind of. That really wasn't what it was designed for. So and then it was so soaked, and you didn't even see puddles. So you'd walk up and hit a puddle up to your ankles. So and it was So and it was not all, and it was on grass and everything too. So by the time I had gotten home, but people said, well, you're crazy to sit there. Well, we weren't cold. I mean, it was warm, so it wasn't. Well, if I had been cold, I wouldn't have stood 5 minutes out there if I had been cold. But it was just not that uncomfortable.
Right. They really thought they were gonna start it again.
We went back at quarter to. Hell yes, we went back at 9:45. We walk up. They're up on stage. Everything's off the equipment. The crew's up there. They're talking. Or you can see they're waiting for the thing. We're talking to some guys that were, I guess, were staff because there were so few people watching. They say, "Oh yeah, 10:00, it's coming on." So it's 9:45. About 5:10, I turned to 5:10 or 10. Turned to Michael and said, "This was supposed to be a hard 10:00 start. Something's going on now because why would they have now delayed it?" And the rain started coming, and then finally, and everybody kind of moved up into the expensive seats because, I mean, why not? Even under threat of being thrown out, but they weren't being serious about those threats. But they finally came out and said, "You're out of here." And this was probably now, I don't know, 10:30, 10:40. We started to walk out. One security guy says, "You can go to the VIP tent. Why don't you go to the VIP tent?" Okay, fine. What else are we going to do? We got nowhere to go.
Needed to go backstage where the VIP was happening.
Well, yeah, but you didn't give me any instructions for that. I know. So we couldn't do it because we didn't know what to do. So we went to the VIP tent for a little while, just kind of waited to see what was happening.
Yes,
and then
De Blasio should have invited me. I should have just been there, and then I could have hooked us all up.
Yeah, you could have done that too.
Um,
Still wouldn't have gotten Bruce or Patty or Elvis or Paul Simon to play, but that would another story.
well, they did do an after party.
But not them. They were gone.
I'm not sure who was all there, but there was an after
There
party.
was a report. Paul Simon went. He lives across the street, so he was out of there. Bruce stayed for a little while, and then he was gone before.
They went to this other undisclosed bar. You know, like Saturday Night Live style. After the show
Mm-hmm.
at Saturday Night Live, the cast, crew, and people
Your
invited.
friend went. Your friend went.
Oh yeah,
Did he tell you who was there?
I haven't talked to him since. I guess I should.
Hmm.
You know, a lot of the people that were playing are older too, and they're like, they want to
Yeah,
go.
it was, shit. Yeah, 11 o'clock, and
I was going to ask you one
because
other.
the thing was supposed to be over at 10. That was the plan. It was going to be. It
Right.
was 5 to 10, and they were going to be done.
If they had
So
started at noon,
yeah, the rain didn't start. It was quarter day when
yeah,
it
would
was
have been
out of
nice to
there.
start at noon or 1 o'clock. The whole event would have been nice to be done before it got dark out.
Yeah, I don't know why. They could have, or they could have certainly started it at 3. Once they let people in, say we're going to go. Because we. But I think the rain actually caught them by surprise. I think they were all watching it. I
It
don't think they
wasn't the
thought it was
rain,
going to
it
be that
was the
bad.
lightning. If the rain
No,
had happened, they would have still gone on, but the lightning strike
right.
within
But I
10
don't think they
miles.
thought it was coming this by 10 o'clock. I think they really kind of caught them by surprise at the end how much it was coming and how fast and how early. So whatever. What are you going to do? It was our adventure.
Well, I'm glad you were there.
Me too.
Now, today you're going to go do the sea stack. What is it? Sawdust.
Sawdust. Watch music, look at art, drink beer,
Perfect.
come home, and just chill here tonight. Leftovers and maybe stream the Dead and Company show. And we did that
Well, it'll
last
be
night. And
interesting to talk to Gary tonight because he'll be done with the show by 11, he
he
thinks.
should be. Yeah, they should. They were. Yeah, they're usually done by 11.
Last week he was done, well, he went to Wilco and they were done early.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so bad. I haven't.
He got wet too. He got so pretty soaked.
Yeah, he did. I can't get back on the stream right now. Hey, are you a member of 1111 with Jenna, by the way?
What do you mean? Am I a member?
My family was changed. Oh, oh, I want to go to an elephant orphanage. Dear. What did you ask? Oh, there's a if you type in, I think it's 1111. I'll send you an invite. I think I have sent you an invite. So yesterday I got thrown off Facebook. I got thrown in Facebook jail
Okay. 4.
for inviting people to become fans of this 1111 with Jenna page.
But you're back on.
Well, so they do this crazy thing. They said you have now been, this thing comes on. You have now been placed in whatever. I don't think they call it jail, something. And I'm like, what did I do? I was just inviting. I invited you over a limit. I invited like 25 people, and that's 24 people is cool, but 25 people you get yanked off. And then they have, in order to get back on, they have you do this series of connections. Like, is this your email? Is this your phone number? Put your this in. When you get the number back, put the code in, do this, this, this. And then they have this thing where they post photos of people and then they give you the option of who they are. So so the first person on there was you. Who is this person? And there were 2 photos of you, and then the options were Grace Mammina, William D. Lindemann, Rob Morocco, Sonny Bryant, or Jeff Metzger. It's Jeff Metzger. Then the next person, da 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 da. Then the third person had their baby picture up. And I didn't know who they were. So I got it wrong. So then they threw me back in. So I had to do this whole other 10 more people and guess who they were in their thing. It's really, and then I got thrown off and I had to do more to get onto my laptop and onto my iPad. It's quite a production. And I didn't even say anything bad about anybody.
Jail.
Jail.
You were in jail.
Facebook jail. First time.
You were in jail.
After I don't know, I've been on for 15 years, something crazy like that. Anyway, well, Jenna's letter from Facebook jail. Dear Jeff,
Right.
you
Yeah.
were the first person. Who is this person? I'm like, it's Jeff Metzger. Jeff Metzger. Thought that was kind of funny. Please say hello to the birthday lady and have a blast with
Will
your
do.
family. And
Sounds good.
Lillian's
And
still in
Layla.
the sunroom, or I would have her come out and say hello.
Well, there's no sun here, so
It
we
looks
can't even have a
nice, right?
sunroom. It should burn off today. I'm sure it will, but all week it's been, or since I've been home, it's been sunny in the morning. So, but this looks, you can see it's going to burn off. It'll be a beautiful day.
It's already, let's see, what's the temperature?
It's about 82 degrees outside.
Oh,
It's
well, that's right. But you're about noon. Yeah, and you got some humidity in there too, probably, don't you?
You walk outside and you go, it's like being in New Orleans. So it's like being in New Orleans without the music.
So what do you got this weekend?
Tonight, Gary Lambert's on the show. I'm going to hang out here today, kind of mess around I'm going to go to the farmer's market now, get some shrooms, maybe get a little cheese from the cheese guy.
Definitely say hi to the cheese guy for us, huh? We my fondest regards.
He's just too popular. And I have a friend coming into town either tonight or tomorrow, I can't remember, and we're working on a project which we'll talk to you about at some point. And yeah, she's coming into town, and that's what's happening.
Okay. Well, have a good week, good day, good weekend, good week. Beautiful.
Be a good egg.
Stunning.
Do you have a letter for me?
Do I have a letter for you?
Any letter from the alphabet.
I know what you meant.
Okay.
Q comes to mind.
Q. Why Q? All right. Q. Q. Well, Jeff Metzger, I just gotta say, you are quite an amazing guy, and I will go outside and play. And I know that, I really hope that all of you have a most quizzical day, because your thoughts are good for everybody, and I know that you can have a quizzical mind and fun quips from your mouth and your heart is a quantitative type of thing, and I know the beats are going on, and I know they won't quit, and I know we all gotta move along and think good thoughts for this earth. So stay safe, stay healthy, and be real nice, and my goodness, go inside and make your queen some breakfast.
Nice. Very nice.
Thank you very much.
You know that you're so good at that. Maybe you got to try putting that kind of thing in your act.
What a thought.
Mm-hmm. Okay, everyone. With that dad joke, as my kids would say.
Is that a dad joke?
They would call that a dad joke. I am off.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more Saturday morning with Jeff Metzger. Share the show. Tell your friends.
Share the show. Yeah, ciao.
See ya. Whoa, what happened there? My camera just moved. Did it just do that now, or has it been that way the whole time? Sorry if I was only halfway there. All right, kids, what are you doing today? What's happening in your world? How do I get back to the show? Yeah, see, it's doing this. It's asking me. It kicked me off again. It seriously just kicked me off again. there I am. There I am, there I am, there I am again. Class action. You guys have a great day. Stay safe. Gina, keep us posted. Everybody else, you stay safe too. Wear your mask. Mama Grace, I'll see you in a minute. Love hard. Tonight, Gary Lambert. You know, one more Saturday night with Gary Lambert. Real hard.